morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're feeling fine. The sun is just above the hill. Another day for us to fill with all the things we love to do. Oh, can't you hear? It's calling you. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to rise and shine.
I attempted a fee review on my own. Fee reviews are completed by unit coordinators. Since I am not technically... Since I'm not technically a unit coordinator, I needed to send my contact note, which was an escalation issue, by the way, to the unit coordinators, or an email rather, to the unit coordinators so they could complete the fee review. So it's official, basically. Well, so Paul, lovely Paul, he sends back, you should look here instead, or this is how you should look there. And he does remember, I do like to learn. So he says, I remember you like to learn, so I thought I would tell you. Or I thought you would appreciate that. And I do appreciate that, because as an escalation member, escalation team representative, sometimes on the phone call, we are needing to do a fee review during the call, because either the provider or the patient needs to know this to make sure they're billing correctly, they're billing patient correctly, or they're billing TRICARE correctly, or whatever. Anyway, just pour myself a big old bowl of cereal. Oops. Apparently I put a lot of cereal in my bowl. Cheerios, because nobody can say no to the Honey Nut, all of the Honey Nut Cheerios, unless you don't like honey or Cheerios. But who doesn't like Cheerios? I'm getting off track. So, anyway, I send the email out, and he's like, you should actually look here. But then he proceeds to give me the answer, which is what he needed to do in the first place. Oh, okay. So I am appreciative, is what I'm trying to say. I appreciate that he told me where to find the answer, so that for next time, I don't have to send it to the UCs. I can just do the work myself, and I will learn. It was a durable medical equipment, like compression stockings, and which is considered medical equipment. Anyway, doesn't matter. Because it's considered that is a different way we price them, other than just looking up the fee, the allowed amount for the procedure code. You have to do some other stuff. Anywho, the amount I got was wrong. So I'm glad he sent that other information. Okay, so here's where I ended last night on my painting. I'm liking the water. It has a little definition. It looks like this is wet, right? Not wet, just dark. A little bit lighter back here. Looks like some grass sticking out and stuff. I'm liking that. The bush is okay. I'm gonna put a little bit more shadow down here. Some taller trees in the background. I still gotta I'm gonna bring this rock forward. We're gonna do a little shadowing right here. It's gonna go down like that. This one is already light, but I'm gonna lighten up a little bit right here. Right here. So get a little three-dimensional with our mountain. And this is more like a hill, so I'm gonna put this like a grassiness. It's already looking like that, right? A little grassiness here, but these are like some rocks and stuff. So I'm just gonna have to work on the mountain details tonight, and then I think I'll fix up the sky a little bit. It looks very streaky, and that's because I had too much water in my paint mixture. That's what happens with acrylics. If you put too much water in your paint mixture, it doesn't end up smooth. It ends up streaky like that. So, let me get back to work. I just tried to take my glasses off. I'm not wearing my glasses right now. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Okay, so today has gotten like 89% better, and I'll tell you why. We got an email that said we don't have the overtime for this week has been, the mandated overtime this week has been dropped to voluntary, which is awesome because I am not volunteering. It's my birthday weekend this weekend. My birthday's on a Sunday, so and my birthday's the 1st of the month. So my birthday weekend is the end of August, end of what is this month? April. End of April. So I get to celebrate my 40th birthday. Yay! I've invited some people to do an escape room on Saturday, followed by lunch, and then painting back at my place. So they can either paint their own or they can follow my instructions. I'm still trying to decide. I still gotta figure out what painting I want to do for instructional purposes. I want to do a scenery, and I think people will enjoy doing a scenery. I'm not gonna make it too hard, obviously. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so like I said, today has got like 89%. Why only 89%? Because it's never 100%. Why not 90% or 95%? Because is it really ever that good? If you still have to work and you don't want to, no, 89%, okay? 89%. Yeah. I'm just so happy the rest of this week because yesterday we got the dreaded mandated overtime email. So we still have mandatory overtime. We're just going to end up with 2 weeks off of overtime instead of 1 week. Because next week I don't have to do any overtime. There's no mandated overtime for next week. Then the following 3 weeks, there's mandated overtime. Then a week where they don't have mandated overtime because it's holiday week. Then another 3 weeks of mandated overtime. They're basically just like, okay, here's May and June, and you have to work mandated overtime. Mandated, I think, is the word that we have trouble with because it's like, people don't mind working overtime if it's voluntary, but apparently we don't get enough volunteers to do the overtime, so they have to mandate it. But we are catching up, and I'm thinking that has to do with the new class. As far as phones go, we're catching up. And then we had a couple of weeks of Saturday overtime, not mandated, but some people went in and they do like some voluntary written work because Saturdays we don't take phone calls. Next week on the 1st of May, or the 2nd really, because the 2nd is Monday, we're gonna go to a 24-hour, 5-day-a-week schedule. Since I am in a specialty group, the escalation team, I don't get the opportunity to work overnight, and I'm okay with that because I wasn't gonna anyway. I'm gonna keep my schedule. Thank you very much. I like getting off at 6 o'clock. Seems to be a good time to get off work. I have always worked the same shift. 9:25 to 6 is my normal schedule. It has been, and I will keep that schedule for as long as I am in the position to keep that schedule. Because otherwise, if I'm in a different position, I'm going to work different hours, obviously. Yes. So, like I said, 89% better is better than 0. So, yeah. I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy. Okay, then. I'll talk to you later. I changed my mailbox greeting. Does anybody else practice their mailbox greeting before they create it? Because I totally did that for like 3 minutes. And then I got it right on the first try when creating my mailbox greeting. So that's why you practice your mailbox greeting. Look at this, because I went like this. Now I get a whole big thing. I like it. We'll keep it there. Yeah, so I'm just like, what did I say? See, now I can't remember what I said. Let's see. It used to be like your standard greeting. You've reached the mailbox of Jenny Olson. Please leave your name, number, and a message after that tone. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever it says, you know. So now it says, thank you for calling Jenny Olson. If you meant to call Jenny Olson, leave a message after the tone. If you did not mean to call Jenny Olson, you can hang up now. Have a beautiful day. That's what it says. Exactly like that, because I wanted it to sound cheesy and corny and weird and stupid. So, I'm gonna want to make some ramen. Do we have any vegetables left over or something? Some kind of vegetables would be great. Okay, we have artichokes. Russ bought some frozen okra, not artichokes. We have frozen okra. I've never made okra. I don't think I've ever had okra. We don't have any vegetables. We have like peas. What's this? More peas. Why do we have so many peas? Peas, 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 peas. Eating goober peas. You know what a goober pea is? It's like it's a goober pea. It's a like a chickpea. Goober peas. Peas, 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 peas. Eating goober peas. Goodness, how delicious. Eating goober peas. I don't think they're delicious. 1, 2, 3. Making some tea. 3, 4, 5. Staying alive. I don't have anything to talk about except that I have the things I already mentioned. The stuff about overtime is the only thing I've mentioned. I hope the rest of our overtime is canceled, like mandated. Anyway, yeah, because they're basically like, May and June, sorry, mandated overtime. It's just bogus. Just bogus. I'm sick of it. Some people work in these 12-hour days. I don't know how they're doing it, because I tried that 12-hour days. I made it 2 12-hour days, and then I'm like, I'm dead now. No more 12-hour days for me. Alright. Filling up my teacup. It's not even teacup. It's a mug. It's a mug. What is a mug? It's nothing. A mug. A coffee mug that I fill with tea because I'm not British, so I'm not gonna drink out of a teacup. I do own a teacup. It's in my hutch over there somewhere. In there. I figured I would. Maybe I'll put like a little tiny plant in it, in the teacup. And I'll put the teacup or the plant in my office and have a teeny tiny little plant. But that teeny tiny little plant will probably grow up to be a big plant. And I don't want a big plant. I want a teeny tiny plant. Ooh, pizza. Nom nom pizza. Nom nom. Alexa, how much time on my timer?
You have 2 minutes left on your 30-minute timer.
Of course, I don't have time to eat the pizza. That's alright, I guess. Num num pizza. See you later. I put soap and vinegar in here. Look it's breaking up some of the calcium on the bottom. Maybe I got it all, I don't know. Calcium buildup. I'm gonna scrub it a little bit with the soft brush here. It feels, you know how sometimes when you scrub, you're scrubbing on with a soft brush or whatever, you can feel it like make a, it feels rough, like you can feel it, the difference. Anyway, I think I got it off. All the calcium you can see in here too. I didn't scrub in there. Got all calcium coming in from there too. Oh, I pumped it out. It's inside there now. Well, I guess I'll just let that piece floating around, I'm assuming. We'll just let that wander around, float around in there. Oh, there it is. Whoops, where'd it go? There, see, it's floating. So we'll let that soak too, I guess, and then problem solved with that calcium buildup too. And hopefully by the end of the day, it'll be very nice and clean, and I'll just wash it out, rinse it out, whatever. I forgot my tea, so I need to, let's mix this up. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna take this tea bag out. It's been sitting for a couple of hours, so I'm sure it's very cold, and I'm gonna heat it up in the microwave. Thus is the end of my little break. Gotta go back to work now. All right, everybody. If you know, you know. What time is it? 9:30-ish, a little after. So it's bedtime. Going to bed. Tomorrow's Thursday. They canceled mandated overtime for the week. So I actually have off on Friday. And I am so ready. So I told Russ, I says, and I get to buy a brown paint. He's like, yeah, eventually. Yeah, you can buy brown paint. It's sometime you can buy it. Which is his cue or his clue to not buy it on Friday. Since my birthday's on Sunday, he's probably gonna buy me brown paint. Because I've been complaining about it. I hate making brown. Brown is hard. It's a hard color. And then I always end up with more than I need of brown paint. Anywho, I'm going to bed. So yeah, looks okay. The itchy armpits, because you know when your hair grows back you get itchy armpits, just how it is. Put on my nighttime deodorant because sometimes I like to have nighttime deodorant on. That's why. You don't put deodorant on when you go to bed? Maybe you should. Alright, we're just gonna break this up here. Pull it apart. Pull it apart, pull it apart, and then you'll have more curls defined like that. See? Doop, doop. And then it gives you a little bit more volume as well. So yeah, anyway, I don't have anything to say other than have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Toodles.